This is Day or Night Exotics TV. I'm Dale or Night. This is just a kind of a general update on some of the tarantulas that I rarely get a chance to film out in the open. I did a quick feeding, with the tarantula clouds. I do a big feeding video and I kind of film the whole process. Well, the feedings in between those videos, I kind of just go through really fast and I feed them because it's just much more efficient that way. But sometimes after I do that, they'll come out in the open and just kind of hang out, and I can open up the enclosures, and that's how I get most of my photos. So I just thought this time I'm gonna go ahead and feed them, and I came back down after a while and just kind of filmed them eating. And some of the ones that we haven't seen in a while, they're out in the open, and I thought it was a good opportunity to show you guys some of my tarantulas that normally don't eat on camera, or they eat and run, or they are throwing threat posture. So the ones you're going to see here are just some of the ones that really come out in the open rarely when they eat now. So let's go ahead and hop into it. This is just some feedings. No attacks in this one. This is just after they're eating, but just giving you a general idea of what these guys are looking like right now and some quick updates. So I hope you guys enjoy this one. Let's hop into it. Argos is my Nhandu carapenensis, the Brazilian red, and this is one of the tarantulas I never ever get to show on camera. This one is not so much reclusive, but definitely skittish, and although it's a good eater, tends to always take down its prey and run inside of its hide, which is why you don't ever see this guy on any of my tarantula clouds. Early on he was a sling. I say he, this is actually to me a suspect female, but wow, a couple of my geckos just went at each other there. What's cool about this tea for me is the adulthood colors, which this one is starting to get. If you look back here at its hind legs, you can see the hairs on there. Those hairs in adulthood turn kind of a pinkish reddish color, more on the red side. It's not so much beautiful as the Tripepi or the Chromatus in the Nhandu genus, but this is, even though an underrated tea in my opinion, one of my favorites in my collection, just because I tend to love big bulky black teas or dark terrestrial tarantulas. So this one fits in that mold. A lot of people think that this looks like a kind of a mix between a LP and a B Vagans, but in all actuality, this is just a beautiful, stunning little tea. It's a juvie, I would say around 3.5 inches long, very slow growing. I got this one as a 1/4 inch. I've had it for maybe a couple years now, a little over a couple years, and I don't overfeed on my tarantulas, but even if I did, this one is not so much of a big eater. So I would also say that one of the things I love about this tea is, like I said, the eating. I mean, this thing has attacks that are just crazy, but hard to film because they happen really fast, and it's if you provide it with a hide, it'll grab and go. So this is the first time I've actually seen this tarantula come out, eat, and just kind of sit there. Right now she's munching on a couple of crickets, so that's one of the things that I like about this tea. And as you can see, she probably is gonna get spooked here and go back in her hide, but just an awesome tea, starting to get big. Jupiter is my newly acquired Brachypelma albiceps, the Mexican gold red rump. This is a sling, obviously, just had a molt recently. You can clearly see the cricket in there. In her fangs, she just got rehoused into this container. I really like these containers, especially the taller ones for some of these slings. It gives them a lot of room. She doesn't freak out at all, and you can really soak down the substrate with the moss on this side. And I put a little water dish in there. I never really fill it up. Just occasionally I might overflow it for them. That's if you're a beginner, you don't necessarily have to put something like that in there. This tea right here, obviously not showing adult coloration yet, has a carapace Now, if you know what these opposites look like, you know that carapace is one of the distinct markers saying this is definitely a non-do, definitely a Brachypelma albiceps. This is one of my favorite species in the hobby. It's been fun raising a T from this size. It's been a long time since I've had a tarantula this size to raise, and I plan on getting some more this year to raise up. I'm definitely getting 2 more P Metallicas this year. That's a must, since my mature male is going to be probably no longer with me later this year. But this is an awesome tea right here. Really good eater. Took down a large cricket, no problem. Scarlet is my Canthoscurria geniculata, the Brazilian giant white knee, and this is another tea that I haven't shown in a while. She is starting to get huge, absolutely huge. This one is one of the reasons why I haven't been able to show her off lately, is because she actually has been going through this little weird skittish thing where she'll attack the water when I put the water dish in, and when I try to feed her, she'll run off and come and eat it later. As you can see, there's a cricket in there, but she actually had, well, never mind. She most likely obviously is hungry, but she actually went through this little weird period where she wasn't really eating anything, at least not as aggressively as she normally does. But now she's, as you can see, she's getting back up to speed. She's absolutely awesome. Love this tarantula, and she is in fact getting huge. She's probably 5 inches long right now. Big girl. She'll be very bulky. But I haven't shown off in a while, so I just thought I'd show you guys a little quick update on this lady. Hopefully in the future I can start getting some of the attacks that she had early on in the Tarantula Club videos, where she would just go absolutely nuts on her food items. But right now she's like really laid back and mellow, and she just doesn't have quite that same vicious personality that she once had. No less still awesome though. Beautiful girl. Color's a little muted, but I don't think she's gonna be molting anytime soon. And this is my mean raven, Phormictopus caceretes, Haitian brown bird eater. And last time she was on camera, she threw a threat posture that clearly meant stay the hell away from me. So I thought this time I wanted to show you guys what she actually looks like when she's feeding, when she's not completely pissed off. So we can actually get a look at her carapace and everything. She's actually, you know, as you can see, she's gorgeous. Very hungry girl. I might have to start doing this more often with feeding the teas first and then doing some footage of them afterwards, because getting some really nice shots of these guys while they're eating. It's much harder to do it when you're trying to drop the crickets in there. So like I said, this one is actually beautiful, as you can see. Really wanted to show her last time in the last Tarantula Cloud 20, I think, when she threw that really crazy threat posture. Didn't get a chance to show you guys just how beautiful this tarantula is. And you know, she really isn't all that bad, but when she's really hungry and pissed off, she is not to be messed with. So rare opportunity to get this girl out in the open and let you take a look at her. She is around 5 inches long, and the way she eats, I'm sure she's got a lot more growing to do. And finally on this update, this is Genesis, my Psalmopoeus camergi, the Trinidad chevron. And obviously haven't been able to update her because she has been going through a little bit of a not eating slash every time she eats she hides underneath this piece of bark here, and I can never get out in the open. So it's a good night tonight. A lot of my tarantulas are out in the open after being fed, so that's cool. never really get an opportunity to get her out in the open like this lately. She's always hiding. After she eats, she'll grab it and find the darkest spot in the enclosure, which is usually underneath that log. And I don't see her again until she's actually done eating. So it's kind of cool that she's out in the open. I'm gonna take advantage and obviously get some, let you guys take a look at her. She is probably around 6.5 inches long right now. I mean, she is very, very long, and she doesn't look as big when she's like this. When she actually splays out, it's awesome. I mean, she's got a really impressive leg span, absolutely beautiful coloration. This is a must-own in anyone's collection, and they're really not bad at all as far as dealing with them. When she was younger, she was a handful, but once she hit around 4.5, 5 inches long, she kind of just chilled out. She could care less if I open up this enclosure now. In the past, she would run out. She used to escape on me more than any tarantula in my collection when I first got her. But she's absolutely awesome now. So this is really cool to be able to get her out in the open so we can take a look at her. And she is a beautiful specimen of a chevron in every sense. That'll do it for this T Spotlight. As always, you know you can go to Day or Night Exotics TV channel page for on YouTube and check out all the playlists for all my other series like the Tarantula Cloud, the Reptile World, all that, and obviously the T Spotlight series playlist is on there as well. If you're new to the channel, subscribe there and check out for new spotlights to come. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Have a good one. Be safe out there.